Okay, tell me about what the bill says, what it does.
Well, it updates law concerning public notice. Our main concern is that we protect the public interest by ensuring that they're properly notified in those cases that we have legal requirements for notification. At the same time, update the law so that governments can take advantage of the new technology and get the notice out, but still do it in the most efficient way. So I'm working with all interested parties to try to come up with a good balance.
Now you pulled, these are recommendations from the task force, right?
Yes, mainly. We took it from there.
And how long did that task force work on?
Well, it seems to me it was most of a year that we met and came up with some recommendations. One example of a change is that if the government pays for an ad to be placed in print media, that it will at the same price be put on the internet as well if they have a website. So that was a very positive change.
Would this still include requirements that public notices have to go in newspapers?
Yes, definitely they do, because if it's only on the internet, then we have a real problem in terms of our responsibility to the public. For example, if they're going to change the zoning of your property and put a high-rise apartment next door, for example, you wouldn't know that that was happening unless you happen to see it in the paper. You wouldn't know to go online and check. So we have to have the kind of correspondence with the public so that they're aware of things. And the newsprint media is the only way we can do that. Now, once being notified, like if it's requiring 3 notifications, we reduce that to 2, but the second ad can be smaller, maybe larger print, leaving out some of the technical details, but having a website where people can go and read the details. So we think the changes are reasonable, we're protecting the public interest, and we're making it more effective for government.
I assume these seem to be in opposition to a couple things that were put into the budget.
Yes. Well, the budget proposals to me were not acceptable at all because it substituted the print media for using online notification. And the problem with that is if you aren't aware that something's going on, you wouldn't know to go to the internet. Now, if you're looking for the agenda for the meeting or the date or the time of the meeting, that can all be on the internet. There's no problem with that because if you want to know, you go and look. But it's those legal requirements where they're going to confiscate property or wealth, or there's a lien against your property. Those kinds of cases, we need to have the print media in order to ensure that the public is properly informed.
I assume it's your hope that those provisions get pulled from the budget.
I want very much for them to be pulled from the budget. And furthermore, the budget is not the proper place to make policy decisions concerning this issue, which is so important to the public. It should be put in bill form. It should be properly vetted. People should have a chance to come in and speak about the bill, and then a decision should be made in a rational way so that we're not rushed with this budget process. That was put in kind of at the last moment. People didn't know about it until they saw the Senate version. And now we're under a huge time constraint, so it's not the proper vehicle for a change.
Thank you.